Hello, Louisville. This is Bob DeVore, your candidate running for U.S. Congress, 3rd District in Louisville, Kentucky. We'll keep my eyes open. Maybe I'll do a better job in getting my message out. All right. Again, why am I running for this office? Why do I deserve your vote? Well, let's do a little bit of background on what happened in the past. We had candidates Todd Lally, Brooks Wicker, and McFarland running in the past to say, 8 years? What's the similarities of all three of them? Well, number one, they ran one time. Out of all the three that ran, Todd Lowry had 44% of the vote. Now, let's say, hypothetically, let's say he ran for the next election. I believe that he would have won. All he needed was another 6%. He would have had 50%. And he would have beat John Yarmouth. But since he didn't have the grit, and he probably used all of his resources in one shot, I believe that when you run for office like this, it does kind of drain you morally and spiritually. And it takes a lot out of you. So, I give them kudos for all three that try to run, but I think they missed the point, and this is not just a 5K, this is a marathon. We need to have the courage and tenacity to keep on going, no matter what. Of course, no one likes to lose. I mean, that's just part of life. But we got to find our winning spots, our positive ray of light in those losses, and then build on it. I mean, a good example, again, I'm being redundant. Year after year that I ran, the last race I ran was in mayor candidate in 2014, and I got 78,000 votes. So 31% is not bad for 25 cents per vote. I mean, I can't beat that. So what I'm hoping to do this year, I don't have very much resources, so I sent a YouTube ad requesting donations. So I'm hoping that'll happen and be able to get some information out there as soon as I get an opportunity to do so. I'm getting ready to go to work. Today's Friday, April the 8th, and it's raining right now as we speak. Luckily, I'm inside. And get ready to focus on another long 10-hour day. 2 basic points. One, I believe that Republicans as a whole fail to make true connections with you and I. When I mean by you and I, we're talking about not only the voter, but the hardworking middle class, and including the poor. On one side, the left looks at it as it's their job to take care of the poor, and it's their job to try to sell the middle class their solutions, which, to me, both sides of the spectrum, the Republicans and Democrats, go around the same political tree. They give you basic jargon like, well, we're going to cut, taxes, we're going to lower the debt, we're going to help the poor, we're going to help the middle class, but they don't really give you true specific solutions. So my past YouTubes gives you specific solutions. You and I know it takes time to get these things processed. I mean, I'll give you a prime example. I did a video for UPS, and it took almost a year for them to even look at it. And now, this coming Wednesday, I have a chance to share my video when it comes to safety. So I know what it takes to get this done. It's a long, hard road. You got to be able to make connections not only with our, brothers and sisters here in Louisville, but you got to make connections once you reach that level. After you get the primaries, after I beat John Yarmouth, then I got to make connections with my fellow congressmen, and it takes time. Building relationships were, I think, the key solution to fighting off the problems and coming up with better solutions for all of us. We do not live in a utopia society. We have so many different fractions within the Republican Party. I work in a UPS environment where we have all different cultures. And I think we should be thankful and lucky enough to say, hey, if all these different cultures are focusing in one direction, we get the job done every night. We take care of our customers. To me, I think that's a strong indicator for myself that I can at least have the opportunity to listen. Just like my dad said, you have one mouth and two ears. You got to take time to listen and speak directly. And in our political arena, no one's doing that. You have your presidential candidates out there who are speaking their mind, which I give them a lot of courage and knowledge that they're doing what they think is right. But you want somebody that'll speak the truth and go straight forward and do what's right for the American people. And I know you're fed up with what's going on. I am too. And where we work our butts off every day, and all of a sudden you feel like, the government's taking more and more of your money, more and more of your liberties, and they're saying, well, don't worry because we know what's best for you. Well, it's time to put a stop to that. So again, please take the time to look at my videos, evaluate it, verify it, because usually a good person that wants to find true information always try to verify the information that I present to you and any other candidate presents to you and find out if they're speaking the truth. It's all up to you. We got to get through May the 17th. Then we take the next step. And that is to get the information out to all of our citizens, no matter if they're Republican or Democrat. And finally come together as one and do what's right for all of us. I agree. We need to take care of our own backyard. We need to find ways to really build up our economy. Once we get that done, then we go on to other areas as strengthening the military, shore up our immigration, getting our brothers and sisters off of the dependency class roles, and give them the opportunity to find themselves be more productive citizens. But it takes one step at a time, and it takes you. You have the courage in 2014 to vote for me. I'm going to ask you to step up again for May 17th and vote for me, Robert DeVore, for Congress. Thank you for the time, the opportunity to share this with you, and hopefully I'll have many more videos that will give you some lighthearted information on my past and what I think is best for all of us. And I want to listen to you. Because a lot of times you have some good suggestions. So take the time to email me. It's it's DeVore, SUPER, 7 at yahoo.com. And I will promise to email you back. And we'll go from there. Love life and live free. You have a good day.